Hey folks, good afternoon, good people. Welcome to the Daily Brexit. Reporting from Euro Disneyland for Infowars.com. I'm Olly Connelly. Thanks for turning up. And now, quit the whip. Democracy 17.4's Sir William Jaffray is here with me to chat up his new political venture, which wants to replace party politics with independent MPs. Well, fancy that. What a wheeze, but will it work? And can it work, given that the fake stream media is hell-bent supporting the globalists instead? So, William Jaffray, thank you very much indeed for joining me today. Perhaps, first of all, we can start by your explaining to me why we need to replace the party whip with independence.
We need to turn... Politics is not working in this country at all. The main parties, even UKIP, will just parachute people in to a constituency in the hope of winning a seat, and it doesn't work. They don't know anything about the constituency, and it is patronage of the worst possible type. It's like trying to secure again some type of perverted rotten borough system, and so they want to push people in and then bring them back to Parliament as lobby fodder for the party, and they will be voting irrespective of a constituent's wishes. And this is what we're trying to change, so that we have genuine representation on a constituency by constituency basis for the people.
Let me give an example of, for example, how we were railroaded into the EU, because I know that also is something that your party is very concerned with. Indeed, in the title, the 17.4 refers to the number of people in millions that voted to get out of this fascist project, the European Union. I want to play something. This is Tim Fortescue, who was one of Heath's whips in that government, telling MPs how to vote, and this is how they oil the rails of democracy, according to him, speaking in 1995.
Anyone with any sense who was in trouble would come to the whips and tell them the truth and say, no, I'm in a jam, can you help? It might be debt, it might be scandal involving small boys, or any kind of scandal which a member seemed likely to be mixed up in. They'd come and ask if we could help, and if we could, we did, and we would do everything we can, because we would store up brownie points. That sounds a pretty nasty reason, but it's one of the reasons. Is if we can get a chap out of trouble, then he'll do as we ask forevermore.
Using child rape to get us into the European Union is the insinuation there, is certainly what it sounds like. What are your thoughts about that, sir?
Well, that's totally outrageous. And what that is blackmail and extortion. And it undermines the whole process of making politics in our country work on any level, whatever. It's absolutely outrageous, absolutely unacceptable. I'd be very interested to know if there are other elderly MPs in the House who were in the House at the time that Mr. Fortescue is referring to.
Well, actually, yes, there was one who is now the elder of the House, Ken Clarke. Ken Clarke MP, steering committee member of Bilderberg, which is meeting today for the opening day of the 2018 conflab in Turin in Italy. Ken Clarke was sharing an office with Tim Fortescue for 1 year. for 1 year, I think 1973 to 1974. So if Ken Clark would like to come on the show and have a chat about that, then you could, maybe tell us that they were not trying to strong-arm MPs who had been raping children in exchange for voting with the government. Absolutely incredible. Were you aware of that, sir?
No, I wasn't. It doesn't surprise me, though, the moral turpitude in Parliament. Doesn't surprise me at all. But it's disgusting.
Talking of Bilderberg, yeah, they are meeting up today. I think there are some familiar characters that are going to be at the 2018 meeting, no?
I don't know who's going to be there, but I understand that a few public servants in our country are going out there. Yes, I don't know in what capacity other than personal.
I can tell you, I've actually pulled it up on the screen, the list of disclosed participants in the 2018 Bilderberg meeting, which includes a certain Amber Rudd, otherwise known as Minnie May, who was the Home Secretary until forced to resign, thank goodness, because, my God, she was such a moron, it's untrue. George Osborne, another interesting character, Chancellor of the Exchequer, and now uses the Evening Standard, the London newspaper, as his personal political pulpit, and a certain Mark Carney, Governor of the Bank of England, all shaking hands with Henry Kissinger. It really does beg a belief, does it not, William? I mean, what part of this collusion between business and politics is not fascist?
Well, it is. I'm very surprised that those three that you've mentioned were allowed to attend the meeting. Very surprised, and it just shows how many dark forces there are working behind the scenes, and to have an extra, not extra paramilitary, but an extra political type agenda.
I have pulled up your website on the screen for anybody that wants to take a look, and please do, because there are some good ideas here. It seems to me that we do need to be supporting independent MPs, people that look after our interests instead of corporate interests. And I would like to ask you, though, sir, in closing, if I may, the media, it seems to me, fake stream media is your big problem. They will not give you any oxygen, sir.
Well, we're quite relaxed, really. We've got 6 or 7 constituencies who are already sending agents to us, even in these early days. And they are very keen. We're getting, right across the country, we're getting an enthusiastic response because people feel that the problems of their constituencies, doesn't matter how many different shades of MPs they get, they're not fixed. And they're being effectively disenfranchised. So I'm not worried about the media. The media will come to us when we win a by-election.
One very brief question more, please, sir. Are we in danger here of seeing a fragmentation of the pro-Brexit parties?
Well, the fragmentation has been caused by the Theresa May government spending 2 years achieving nothing since the referendum, and people are disaffected, and the gulf of trust between the people and Parliament has expanded day after day after day, that nothing has happened, and that's causing the fragmentation. The people don't trust the party political system, and they want change.
Sir William Jaffray, thank you. People do want a change. Absolutely they do. Sir William Jaffray from Democracy 17.4, thank you very much indeed for popping in, sir. You've been watching the Daily Brexit here on Infowars.com. I'm Olly Connelly. Thanks for watching. And hey, here's to us and bugger plutocracy.